Hey, today is August 7th. I finally got the lighting right because it's kind of messed up with the window behind me. Today is like basically a site catch up. Um, so, first off, I did see my therapist today, which was freaking weird as heck. I did mention that I went to Icon yesterday, and, sorry about the music. I did mention about all the stuff that they do have to offer there. Classes for depression, classes for men, women, anger. Again, there's a slew of other ones. I just cannot remember them. So, yeah, and she seemed kind of concerned about the fact that I'm going to be seeing a therapist there as well. Basically, I tried to explain to her. I don't know if she understood it, even if she wanted to hear it. But I do have anger issues, and I am a little concerned about anger management in group. It's kind of like a group setting. You all talk about your issues, and I'm concerned that there might be a trigger that I don't know about, or it might set off one of my worst triggers in the group, and I might lash out. So I don't want to actually scare anyone, assault anyone, or hurt anyone. And at the advice of my intake analysis, his name is Kevin, I believe it was, that he suggested I also see a therapist there as well. And I look like crap, I'm sorry, I got like 4 hours sleep. So I'm going to try to do that, and I think the therapy is mainly just to keep on top of how I'm feeling in the group settings, versus the personal settings. The anger and management actually is two. It's a group and then an individual type setting, so I get to actually do both. And basically to see the reason why I'm seeing the therapist is to actually see how far I'm going, see if I've made any progress, like that kind of stuff. And I did mention that I did sign a release form for the therapist I saw today, along with the psychiatrist that I saw today also, so that they can both kind of mesh together and keep in touch with each other about what's going on. And it seemed to appease her enough, because she finally shut up about bitching about it. She didn't understand why I chose to see 2 therapists. But then again, you know, I'm really getting... She just annoys the hell out of me. Especially with the morning appointments. Like at 9 or 10, she always comes in late every freaking time. So, I mean, she's a good therapist and all, but I think it's kind of hypocritical that, you know, she can come into the office and be like 10 to 15 minutes late. And I think I was late last month sometime, like about 5 or 10 minutes late, and she threw a complete BF about it. I think it's a little bit hypocritical. But anyways, in therapy, that's not a toy, baby. Talking about that again. Anyways, in therapy, it was mainly anger issues, just talking about that. Did talk about my husband's nephew wearing my flip-flops, and cutting the little thongy part off, and just toss them in the backyard so the dogs don't actually have the chew toys. Which sucks, because they're really good flip-flops. They actually had the big fluffy cushion for your soles. I love them. But yeah, so we did talk about that. She did actually like kind of force me to stay on talking about my daughter, which was a little unnerving at first. And we talked about the relationship with her, past and present. Talked about what's going on with her adoptive family now, that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, I am hot. That's why the fan's on. I'm actually trying to save on some of the bill for the heating and cooling, whatever. Especially the AC units. It's not gonna be good when you get that bill in. So most of the day I try to go without AC. I just deal with it. But sorry. So I talked about that a lot. Try to get me to express my feelings about the way I feel about not seeing her, the way I feel about not having her here, the way I feel about choosing adoption instead of reunification. I'm sorry, this is shaking. Great, stop it. Go lay down. Come on, lay down. And yeah, she does listen. And she basically kind of forced it on me, which I find very annoying. She, I believe, is a minor trigger, not a big one, just a minor one, because I go to therapy and I'm comfortable talking about my life now, finally, and the stuff I've been through. But now she's taking me past that point and past what I want to talk about, and she forces me to talk about stuff that I really don't want to fucking open up about right now. So as I mentioned, the main thing towards the end was mainly about my daughter and the adoption and the foster parents, how they're not keeping in touch like they said they would, and all this other stuff. So it is a bit heartbreaking and stuff like that. So yeah. So we did talk about that for a little bit longer than I wanted to, I'll put it that way. So obviously that's a stressor. I think she's just trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do. I was completely lost today. Completely lost. Sorry. Hang on. So, we talked about that for far too long. Talked about her adoptive family. I did bring up the fact that, I have tried to email her new female figure in her life. Still not gonna say the M word. I'm not ready yet. It's too soon. And how, because I save my text messages and my phone calls to like important people like my family, to her adoptive family, and to any therapy centers or stuff like that. I keep all that on my phone, which is actually kind of tedious, I know, but it helps me to remember when I called and who texts what when. I save every text message I get concerning certain people, especially the adoptive family, as I mentioned. And she actually gave me like, I think it was 2 or 3 different email addresses, and like none of them actually worked. Which again, I wish I could show you, but I don't want to do that. So that is kind of a letdown, and I think part of my anger actually, which I think was maybe part of the reason why she done it, is actually that the fact that I may have to face is that they may be through letting her see me. She got adopted, so now they're her. She got to see me once after, and that could be the end of it. They don't call like they're supposed to, or they said they would. Not supposed to, I'm sorry. Like they said they would. I think it's messed up, it really is. You shouldn't lead people on and say this and that, and then, just change your mind. I did understand that I could see her so long as things were going well, but as soon as they became too stressful for her and me, that then they would stop. One of my favorite songs, though. Sorry. So I don't know if things went wrong after the visit, like after she got maybe upset or stressed, or she talked too much about us, or she asked too many questions concerning how come she got adopted, how come she's not with mommy type thing, that maybe they couldn't handle. So I do try to keep my mind open to different things, a lot of different angles and perspectives, which is a lot to take in at once. And I'm trying not to do that right now because it will upset me a little bit. But yeah. After her husband said, you know, that you'll get a picture each year, like basically saying I can't take pictures of her. That's just the way that I took it. I didn't ask again because she was right there. I didn't want to cause a rift by doing that, since legally she's not my daughter anymore. And to top that off, I'm trying to email pictures of all of her stuff that she still has. She has like so many movies. And hang on a second. My cat got in the trash can. Okay. So anyways, I'm trying to email pictures of like her favorite toys. A lot of stuff from the Barbies, a lot of Batman, Joker type stuff. She loved Batman and Spider-Man. She used to pretend like she was Spider-Man all the time. And the fact that she's not giving me the correct email address or her email address is actually kind of frustrating as hell to me. So I just stopped doing it. I know I did mention to my husband, like, maybe I could stick an ad on Craigslist, like, with a certain title, so she could check it out that way. He actually told me not to do that, because I might come off as pushy. I don't see it as pushy. I see it as, you know, I just gave up my daughter to you, so, she could be supported better than I can do right now. And I know she would like to have her stuff. I mean, she was so happy she had this body pillow. It was like bigger than her, and she was so happy to have that. I mean, her face lit up. She's like, "Can I take it home? Can I take it home?" But again, I'm thinking, "Can I take you home?" I'm like, "Oh my god." I did say yes to it, of course. You know, just tell me yes, you can take it home with you. It's fine. But it is kind of disturbing that, you know, they don't actually want me to see her, is the idea that I'm getting. The last text message was last week during therapy, which I've mentioned before. And I kind of sent like a trick message to her saying where she wanted to meet and when, so that I could bring the stuff. And she answered, "Sure, I can do that." Like, she alone could come and meet me and pick it up. Like, she didn't even want her to be there. So that kind of blows, and I'm gonna get depressed. It does kind of suck. So, we did talk about a little bit about my choices that I have going on, which I'm not actually moving forward. I'm kind of completely static right now. Not doing much or anything. I'm doing plenty. I'm doing therapy, doing psychiatry, going to anger management classes. I'm going to go to a depression class. I'm doing a lot of stuff to make myself better and get through this. So I'm not going to put myself down. Cannot do that. But we did talk about my options in therapy today concerning, like, the rest of my life. Not like my whole life, just like the near future type stuff. Sorry. And, you know, as I've mentioned, being a mom is like the thing that I wanted my whole life. I just obviously picked the wrong person to get pregnant by. Anyways, but yeah, so my choices right now are basically either I can go back to school, work, not have any more kids, or I can have another kid with my husband that I have now, who has a criminal record, which, of course, because I gave my child up for adoption, my first one, a social worker will actually be involved if I do get pregnant again. No matter what state I'm in, it's gonna pop up. And with his criminal record, there's, it's kind of like a 50-50 chance that I could actually keep the baby, or I could completely, do the school work thing and then not stay with my husband that I'm staying with now, leave him and just be single for a while, or leave him and try to find somebody else and accomplish what I want to get done. So that's like that's like 4 choices, and it's really confusing. It really is. I hate Cincinnati with a passion. It's really shitty. The mayor spends all the money fixing mainly the downtown area. That's about it. So all the outlying areas are basically, they're just tearing down buildings and leaving a mess in their fucking wake without even trying to make it look halfway decent, which kind of sucks. And as you know, this neighborhood's getting worse. Our house got shot at, so they're still trying to keep on going back to court about that, which is ridiculous. And I honestly wouldn't want to have a kid here. Not after what's happened over the past couple of years since I've been living here. It's got worse and worse every freaking year. So it's not exactly the kind of place that you want to raise your child. Especially this close to downtown Cincinnati. Not a very good idea. I'm sure a lot of people who are in Cincinnati don't feel that way. Me personally, I wasn't raised in the city life, so I really don't enjoy it that much. It's kind of depressing. Actually, there's not much scenery, except for my backyard, which is like, well, was full of stuff. I'm not gonna go there either. So I think that has an impact on me also, which we mentioned a little bit in therapy. The fact that I'm not exactly happy where I'm living. And of course, the way to go about that is, I don't want to do a 4-year college program. I don't know if that would actually help. 1 second. Wait. Sorry, my knee hurts, and I know I'm not fatter. I'm bloated. It's about the time of month, and I retain water from head to toe. My hands look huge. I don't know. It happens every year. I've tried everything, nothing works. But anyways, back to the topic. So the best way that I could solve that problem by not staying in Cincinnati would be to go to college, of course, get some kind of career, something that I could use long term, like the rest of my life, long term, and actually just leave, which I'm pretty sure my husband would undo. Everybody that he knows happens to be in Cincinnati, so I don't see him coming with me, which is another stressor that I have not talked about, especially in front of him. I know he said that he would come with me, but the way that he says it, it's just like, yeah, I'll come with you, just like it's kind of flippant, like he doesn't mean it. So that kind of sucks. Yeah. So I definitely want to get back into the medical field, just not sure which aspect. Nursing, I don't think I could handle that right now, especially for long-term life career, due to my anxiety. So I don't know. Thinking more like lab techie, something like that. We're not actually around a lot of people all the time, which kind of blows. Honestly, if I just would have stayed in high school and college at the same time and finished and got my nursing degree and everything, I probably would be a lot better off. And I probably would not be so messed up in the head if I hadn't done all these drugs and drinking. I was fine before I'd done drugs. So now I'm all messed up. So they're gonna actually help me try to figure out like which aspects at Icon. I talked about this with a therapist, and I'm trying to see how much time I have. They're actually going to try to help me find an aspect of the field that I can actually work with. That would actually suit my anxiety issues and my social conflicts, as you want to call them. So Icon actually has a lot more to offer than the place I'm going to now, which I was shocked because in that area I didn't expect that much, but it blew me away. So I'm very pleased with the place that I'm going to go to for anger management and this employment stuff. Also, while you're there, you do have the option to work in the kitchen, which actually goes on your resume, so you have some kind of culinary experience. You also get to work with the janitor, so you got experience being a janitor, stuff like that, so that when I'm ready, I know I'm not going to find a big job like right off the bat. It's not going to happen, not even close, but by doing those small things, it'll actually, make me look like I'm actually trying to improve my life and I'm trying to do better. So being a janitor kind of sounds like a crappy ass job, but to start off with, I think it'd be kind of good. You don't actually have to interact with too many people, and I could actually control my anxiety more compared to working with like a whole bunch of people where I just cannot get room to breathe, and then it just goes like full blown panic. Which is what the guy at Icon kind of understood. He has the same issues too. He was kind of nervous during the whole intake. So was I. And then there's my husband just watching us both like, what the hell? So we both have nervous issues. So it was kind of weird. But I think that's about it for therapy. We didn't talk about too many other topics. We talked about my daughter a lot and what may happen, which I feel myself about to burst into tears, and I'm trying not to. We talked about his nephew and how he's still a stressor, and the whole wearing my flip-flops thing, just to piss me off, actually worked. So I'm trying to actually get that under control by not paying attention to the stupid shit that he does, which is a huge trigger to me. Right now my husband does not have the money to buy me new shoes, and I know his nephew wouldn't buy shit for himself, so why would he replace something for someone else that he fucking broke? So I got that one pair of slides with the crystals on top. They're like shaped like a bunch of, okay, it's kind of like an arch of crystals that's supposed to be like flowers. And again, it doesn't go with everything. I do got skirts and some fancy shirts and jeans, which is fine to go with that, but sweatpants, my yoga pants, stuff like that, not so much. I'm a flip-flop chick. I'm from the country, so I wear flip-flops all year except for winter. That is no lie. And even in the spring, if it's like 30, 40 in the morning, I'm still wearing flip-flops. I hate having my feet confined in shoes. It drives me nuts. And socks are even worse. I wear the poofy socks, the soft ones. I can't stand socks because they're just so freaking tight. I got a foot thing. I can't have my feet confined in shoes. It drives me nuts. So, anyways, that's a little bit off topic. And my Klonopin is kicking in, so I know I'm smiling. I'm sorry. Wow, dry mouth too. As for my psychiatry appointment, wait, did I finish everything for therapy? Tabitha, Dr. Family, nephew. Talked about my hubby. He was actually back on his Prozac today, thank goodness. He was so mellow this morning. And it's not that I'm happy because he's mellow, it's happy because I know that now he can deal with his crap better. Being off of his shit. Because his face kept, I mean, he has high blood pressure to boot. And his nephew just keeps on fucking with him. And his face would turn like so red. And I know I shouldn't have said nothing. I probably shouldn't even stuck my nose in there. But I'm like, John, stop fucking with them. I mean, what the hell? I don't care if I said his name. There's like 1,000 Johns in the world. So, anyways, so I think that's it for therapy. As for my psychiatrist appointment, which is actually back to back today, thank God, one day. It's today, 2 separate trips. Gray, what are you doing? Gray, that's mommy's. No. Stop. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Get off mommy's place. Get off the place. Get off. Okay, just playing with the quilt, sorry. Sorry, not the quilt, the jacquard braiding thing. I don't know what the hell it is. Very expensive bedspread. Anyways, so my psychiatrist actually asked about the Topamax, which I've been off for 7-8 weeks now, like almost 2 months. And actually, he's the first one that said that. Like, well, obviously the mood stabilizers are not working for you. I'm like, thank God somebody finally understands that. I do have a video just on my meds that I've taken, and I've tried like almost all of them for bipolar, which I do have, but not the bad one. It's like the lesser degree one. And I've tried all of them except for lithium. So I've been off it for about 2 months. I've been mainly able to maintain the mania. I did tell him that I did have a manic episode. Not like, I do not have full-blown mania like some people do, which is where they go like completely off the wall and just do stuff that they normally do not do. That's just, wow. Basically, go against their moral compass, you could say. I tend to stay in my moral compass. I really do. So, I don't go outside my moral compass. I like my morals. So, yeah. So we did talk about that for a little bit. And honestly, he doesn't know what to do, which is kind of weird. I didn't know what to do because, as I said, I did make a video and I tried so many antidepressants and antipsychotics, mood stabilizers. I tried agonists and antagonists. The two I tried were Abilify and Seroquel. Get off of the bedspread. Oh, it's like having kids in the house. Stop it. Great. And none of them have worked. They all make me gain weight, they make me moody, make me hostile, or I become a zombie and I'm like completely freaking useless. I can't think for anything, and if I try to talk, it's like all slurred and so I'm sorry about that, but that's kind of how it is. And I did have a little bit of caffeine. It's starting to kick in. I can feel it. Oh, I hate drinking caffeine. But I did need to pick me up. I got like 4 hours sleep, which is a little unusual for me because I get my 8 to 9 every single day. So today's gonna be a little off, but he finally decided to just stick with the Klonopin and the trazodone, which is anxiety medication and depression medication. Considering that I've been through 2 manic cycles, I tend to be hang on. I tend to be rapid cycling for some reason, and within the past 2 months, I've actually had 2 manic episodes. Again, I don't have the full-blown ones. I just have the ones where I get like a bit hostile, and then like I kind of just like level out, and I feel like more happier, more me, more relaxed, less stressed. I feel like I'm more alert, which of course is mania because your brain's thinking faster. But I don't exactly go through the whole crisis, freaking out, bouncing off the wall shit. Which actually has been mistaken for severe anxiety sometimes, I found out. Which happened just a while ago. I thought I was heading towards a full-blown manic episode because I'm listening to my freaking therapist just putting all this crap in my freaking head, and actually it just turned out to be a really bad anxiety attack because as soon as I took the Klonopin, poof, I calmed down, which does not happen with mania. Klonopin cannot bring me down from a full manic episode, not even going to come close to that. It doesn't even touch it. I've tried, trust me, especially with the Zyprexa. I went into full-blown mania. They actually had to stick me in the hospital for it. There's a butterfly in my window stop. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry, I would show you, but oh wait, my window looks like crap. Still trying to fix it. So, I think it's a monarch butterfly. Anyways, distracted. So we did decide to stay on the Klonopin and the trazodone. We're not going to up anything, change anything. We're just going to keep it the way it is. Honestly, again, I said he doesn't know what to do. We're kind of down at the bottom, and he doesn't want to add more weight to what I am right now. I actually dropped a few pounds. I can feel it in my jammies and my lounge pants. The waist is actually a bit looser, and my undergarments are getting loose too. So my husband's gonna hate me when I ask for new ones because we just got these not too long ago. So if you did put me on another one, it would actually put me over 300 pounds. Ew. So yeah, and with the PCOS, and I got heart problems in the family, and of course diabetes, because you know I'm a little fat. He is the first therapist I can say that will not push meds on you, just to push meds on you. Like, he actually thinks about your physical health as well as your mental health. And being this heavy at this age is scary. I'm too young to be this fat. Not fat, chunky. I know most doctors call it obese or severely obese, which just sounds freaking awful. Oh my god. So, yeah. So we're not going to change anything. Not going to up it, down it. Basically going to keep track of my moods, which is what the videos are for. And of course, Pinzu, as I've mentioned, a great place to keep a journal. Especially if you want to keep things secret. It's online. It comes with the password for the site and a password for the journal, so it's really fun for someone to actually try to get into your shit. I do believe someone has tried to get into a couple of my sites, because I do actually check my history, and there's sites that I've not been on that actually pop up. So not to mention that some of my stuff gets moved around upstairs too, especially certain movies I have. So that's kind of fascinating. But anyways, So hopefully I'll be doing better. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not as manic as I used to be. I'm kind of mellowing out. The only problem again is the depression. I know that's gonna come. And again, I don't get like the extreme highs, the extreme mania, or the extreme lows, which is like extreme depression. I get like mild mania and like mild depression. But again, with the stress at the house right now, and with the issues with my daughter and the adoptive family, it could actually intensify. You are not playing with mommy's phone cord. It actually can intensify the depression, which is what I have to look out for myself. So I think that's about it for now. Again, tonight I had it somewhere. Hang on, that's my cat moved it. Huh. Oh, there we go. I moved it. I got my box like I've been doing. I don't know if you guys can see that. I love the design on this thing, especially this one right here. If you can see that. It just looks pretty. I really like it. Not to mention the top. And again, these are my happy thoughts or happy memories, stuff like that. I've been doing them, I just haven't been sticking them in my journal. So, as you can see, I actually have them in here. And I got blank ones ready, of course. So I will actually catch up on that tonight when I do my journal. I have been doing them, I just have not been reading them on the vlogs I'm doing. And that is mainly to... it's basically like a happy box, or I know when I was younger I kept one for negative thoughts and all the bad stuff I've done, so I could be like, oh god, I just hate this person so bad, so I would like stick it on paper, stick it in the box, and make it go away. And with this, it actually reinforces my positive thinking, so it's kind of a good thing, because I actually was focused on my daughter a lot, I've noticed, and a lot of them, which is really not that many because I started August 1st, but I think like most of them are concerned with my daughter, which is like, okay, that's not positive thinking, that's just making me, it's going to tear me up. So actually having to think about something positive about myself, I find rather hard. I know one of them, I don't know which day it was, I think it was like the 4th or the 5th, I sat there and like, I'm trying to think about something positive, just for me, and seriously, I think it took about like, maybe 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my god, what the heck is so good about me, what makes me special, what makes me happy, what makes me a good person, basically. And I can't believe it actually took me 10 minutes to figure something out. So obviously, along with the stressors and the anger and the bipolar that I'm dealing with, not medicated, which I'm doing good, I also have self-esteem issues, which I thought I was getting past. I am getting past them, but I thought I was doing a little bit better than what I am. So this little box I started actually kind of reinforces the fact that I need to work more on the positive aspects of my life and not be bogged down by everything that's happening that is negative or bad. So that is what my lovely happy little box is for. I know it looks cheesy, it looks like flowers, but seriously, I love Victorian crap. So as you can imagine, the bathroom upstairs is going to be pink with little cherubs and rosebuds everywhere, and my husband's gonna hate me. It's gonna be pink and cream colored crap, but I'm not gonna get into that. I'm still trying to do the floor. It's kind of warped, so I haven't actually messed with it yet. I'm trying to let it settle because it's been wet for so many fucking years in there. Do not know who would put a wooden floor in the bathroom without some kind of protection on it, so it's like kind of wavy. It used to be like big humps in the floor, and now it's just kind of wavy. So it's doing better. But anyways, I'm babbling on. I will do a journal tonight, so that'll be hopefully early-ish. Oh, by the way, last night I went to bed early. I'm so proud. I actually went to bed about 2:30. Whoa, I know that sounds late to some people, but I've been staying up till like 4 most nights. So 2:30 was like, holy crap, I'm going to bed early. How the hell am I going to go to sleep? And I actually tossed and turned for like, I turned like once this way, then once that way, and then I was out. So I'm like, holy crap, so I'm basically keeping myself up for some reason. That's another thing to figure out. So much stuff going on. So I can go to bed early, I'm just choosing to force myself to stay awake for some reason. So, with that being said, I'm so happy. That actually might be my happy thought today, I'm not sure. I really gotta think about one that really kind of stands out. So I will talk about that more during my journal tonight, my journal entry. And I'll see you guys then.